take 2. So I just filmed the whole video and realized that the mic wasn't on. So we're gonna try this again. Episode 12 of Thursday Thoughts, dealership versus fleet. So my thoughts on that are, dealerships used to be difficult to get into. No matter what brand it was, that's where the best of the best worked. So it was very difficult to get in there unless you got an apprenticeship program or something. So it wasn't easy. But nowadays it's not really like that anymore. So you can get into a dealership pretty easy. The cat dealer that I worked at in California, they would hire pretty much anybody from oil change places and train them. And if you knew a little bit, had a little bit of tools, they'd hire you. So if you're just starting out, I would say try to get in with a dealership and learn as much as possible. Get as much training as you can, just figure it all out as much as you can, and then try to go work for a construction company. So the pros about working at a dealership are you get training, you get access to like special tools and dealership programs like, you know, CAT, SysWeb, or John Deere, Service Advisor, whatever Komatsu's is. Another pro, you get to work on newer machines. It helps you familiarize yourself with where things are. Helps you, okay, when you look at an engine, that's the NOx sensors, you know, that's the EGR cooler, that's the air throttle, you know, that's the oil pressure sensor. It really helps you learn equipment. Another pro is they're pretty easy to get into. There's a lot of them, so you can go work at different places. Cons about working at dealerships, I would say, are there can be a lot of politics with dealerships. Like, you have a diverse group of people. You have parts people, you have sales people, you have managers. I've seen dealerships where the manager leaves or the GM leaves or something, goes to another branch, and then the whole dynamic changes. So you have that. Sometimes you have multiple people you're working for. Like, there's times at the dealership that, you know, you have a sales team, you have to kind of work new machine sales, you have to do stuff on their machines, you have rental departments. So sometimes you can have a lot of different stuff going on. So the pros about working with a construction company is variety. A lot of construction companies have different machines. I mean, some I'm sure don't, but like here we have mostly John Deere, but then we have some CATs. So it lets you work on different stuff, which is nice. It's kind of helps you not be kind of stuck. A lot of times you don't have the management issues and the politics. I only have one manager. You know, sometimes at a dealership you have multiple management groups or different managers, but a construction company, you have 1, maybe 2 managers, so it helps out, more direct. A lot of times you can get higher pay working at construction companies, just they'll want to pay you higher. But then a con to that is, to get into a construction company, you kind of have to know what you're doing. They really don't want to train. I mean, some I'm sure do, but most of them don't really want to train you. They just don't have the time. And then they're not as concerned about your time, where like a dealership, you know, you have allotted hours, you have flag hours, all that kind of stuff. So they want you to be efficient, because the dealership's selling your time. So they want you to be more efficient. They want you to be more careful about how you spend your time. They're kind of worried more about your time, as where private construction company, you don't really have that. The cons of a construction company can be layoffs. I mean, not all construction companies, but some are more where they hire when it's real busy, and then they kind of lay people off when it slows down. So it can be a little bit less consistent. Not always, but it can be. It seems to happen more with construction companies and dealerships. Dealerships tend to be pretty consistent, but you know, they can have layoffs too. It's not out of the norm. That's just my thoughts on dealership versus fleet. If you guys could do all the algorithm stuff, like, comment, subscribe, you know, all that stuff. There's also a donate link down below. If anybody wants to donate through PayPal, that'd be appreciated. Thank you.